William Shakespeare is often regarded as the greatest writer in the English language, but there's far more to him than just plays and poems. His life is wrapped in mystery, and his work has had a global impact that stretches far beyond the stage. Today, let's explore some of the most interesting and lesser-known facts about the Bard of Avon. First, Shakespeare was born in Stratford-upon-Avon in 1564. Though his exact birth date is unknown, we do know he was baptized on April 26th. Based on this, many historians celebrate his birthday on April 23rd, which also happens to be the day he died in 1616 at the age of 52. Second, Shakespeare never spelled his name consistently. In fact, there are more than 80 recorded spellings of his name in historical documents, including Shakespeare, Shaxperd, and Shakespeare. Surprisingly, he never used the spelling William Shakespeare as we commonly know it today. Third, despite his fame, Shakespeare never attended university. He likely received a grammar school education in Stratford, studying Latin, classical literature, and rhetoric. His lack of higher education has fueled centuries of debate about whether he actually wrote all the plays attributed to him. Fourth, he introduced over 1,700 words into the English language. Some of the words we commonly use today, like lonely, bedroom, gossip, and swagger, were either coined or popularized by Shakespeare. His inventive use of language continues to shape how we speak today. Fifth, many common phrases also come from his work. Expressions like break the ice, wild goose chase, heart of gold, and in a pickle were all first recorded in his plays. This shows just how deeply his writing has influenced everyday English. Sixth, Shakespeare wrote 39 plays, 154 sonnets, and several narrative poems. His works cover a wide range of genres, including tragedies like Hamlet, comedies like A Midsummer Night's Dream, and histories like Henry Fee. His ability to explore human nature through so many lenses is what makes his work timeless. Seventh, no original manuscripts of his work survive today. All of Shakespeare's plays were written by hand, but the versions we read now were pieced together from early printed editions and recollections by actors. The first folio, published in 1623 by his friends and fellow actors, was the first complete collection of his plays. Eighth, Shakespeare was also a successful businessman. He was part owner of the Globe Theatre in London and made much of his fortune through his involvement in theatre, not just through writing. His financial success allowed him to retire comfortably in Stratford. Ninth, women were not allowed to act on stage during his lifetime. All female roles in Shakespeare's plays were originally performed by men or boys. The inclusion of strong female characters like Lady Macbeth and Portia shows his progressive view of gender, even if the parts weren't played by women at the time. 10th, he was deeply influential during his own lifetime. Unlike many artists who gain fame posthumously, Shakespeare was widely known and respected as a playwright, poet, and actor. Even Queen Elizabeth I was reportedly a fan of his work. 11th, Shakespeare's influence isn't limited to literature. His plays have been translated into every major language and are performed more often than those of any other playwright. From opera to film, ballet to graphic novels, his work crosses all cultural boundaries. 12th, he often made up names for his characters. Names like Miranda, Imogen, and Jessica were either invented or popularized by Shakespeare. These names are now commonly used around the world. 13th, the Globe Theatre burned down in 1613 during a performance of Henry VIII when a cannon fired on stage set the roof on fire. It was rebuilt a year later, and a modern reconstruction of the Globe now stands in London, welcoming millions of visitors each year. 14th, Shakespeare's work has inspired countless adaptations. From The Lion King, inspired by Hamlet, to 10 Things I Hate About You, based on The Taming of the Shrew, his stories continue to find new life in modern formats and genres. 15th, Some scholars believe Shakespeare's burial site carries a warning. His gravestone in Stratford bears an inscription that includes the words, "Cursed be he that moves my bones." To this day, his grave has never been disturbed. Whether you see him as a literary genius, a shrewd businessman, or an enigma lost to time, there's no denying Shakespeare's lasting impact. His works have endured for over 4 centuries, not just because of their language or style, but because they reflect timeless human truths: love, ambition, jealousy, tragedy, and hope. If you enjoyed these fascinating facts about Shakespeare, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into history, literature, and the people who changed the world through their words.